TIFU by maybe starting a fake business. Well, you see, I work at a hotel. And we have these omelets, right? They come frozen, and has cheese in the middle, and overall are probably one of man's best creations. So like I was kind of thinking, I really love those fucking omelets. And they're from Cisco, and I was kinda sitting here doing nothing except for thinking about omelets. But I got an idea. I will order omelets to my house. When I try to order, it insists I use an app. Okay. No biggie, I guess. I download the app and put my info in, but it asks for a business name. So I made one up and submitted it. Apparently they don't just let you order, you have to be fucking approved. As in, a representative will be reaching out to me, to see if my business that I do not have, is a good fit. I just wanted omelets, man. So, I don't know what I'll do, but I guess now I must come up with a fake business premise for my fake business, to explain to the representative so I can get bulk omelets. 48 in a pack. I actually don't know if this is really even legal, but I'm sure set on a path now. Nobody will believe me if I pull this off. It's too ridiculous. Today I messed up by stealing a kid's Starbucks order. Not a proud moment. Not even sure what I was thinking. My anxiety's been so bad lately that I don't even know why I do what I do sometimes. I was waiting for my order at Starbucks and the guy called out what I thought was my order. When he did, the kid who was in line behind me originally went to go pick it up. I asked him if he was sure that it was his. We had the same order, but in hindsight it was obviously his because the food came out at the same time. He gave it to me to look and I said I think it's mine, and I walked off with it. Why didn't I, a fully grown adult who supposedly can be assertive, just wait and ask for another if I thought it was mine? Who knows? I got in my car and I realized that it was probably his to begin with. I made a literal child hand me a Starbucks. Ugh. Today I messed up by possibly causing my mom's best friend to get a divorce. I started a new career in January as a financial rep. Primarily selling life insurance but also helping with retirement and investing. My mom's best friend, we will call Kay, and her husband T, came to work with me on this new career path. Because of the market he lost a bunch of money on his 401k and they wanted advice on trying to prevent further loss and other investments to take part in. The big thing was getting life insurance, as T's previous policy was about to end. This was a great mutual deal, except after everything was said and done, the prices were quoted, applications put in, first payment made, he refunded the policy. It was confusing to say the least and the wife was pissed, of course. He makes nearly $200k a year and couldn't afford a few $100 policy. It didn't make sense. From what I was told they weren't in any major debt. Only about $40k for a car. Turns out he had been opening up lines of credit for years and had been hiding it since they had their finances separated. He is drowning in debt, probably in the 100k plus range. He added her to the accounts so she could try and make a plan to pay them off, and it dropped her credit nearly 40 points. Now this 30-year marriage is on the rocks and she is considering leaving, as her dad recently passed away and she has a home available to her that's already paid off. Today I messed up by masturbating in front of a security camera. I had a great night out but didn't hook up, and after so many Grindr conversations I really needed to ejaculate. I'm visiting family right now so don't have enough privacy, but they live in a huge condo, hundreds of people live here, so I thought I could go to a hidden, even if public, place. I went just outside the sauna, middle of the night, all lights are out etc. I didn't stay long, I wish I knew how many minutes exactly, and barely stayed hard before I noticed two red eyes staring at me from a corner in the ceiling. A fucking security camera. I left slowly and very chill but feeling like shit and so afraid. This was just now. I didn't want to post here because I don't want to help the police by having a confession here, but then I thought, what the hell? I hope that because this place is so huge, so lots of cameras, it's so late, middle of the night, and I didn't take long, that nobody was watching and nobody will come to my host and say you must pay a fine for the pig you're hosting. Look what he did. Disgusting. Today I messed up by trying things with another guy for the first time. Let me start by saying I've only been into girls by now, but I've fantasized of giving a BJ to another guy on a couple of occasions. A while ago my girlfriend and I broke up, so I've been single since then. So I thought, this is the time to try new things and broaden my horizons. I was drinking a bit at home, and suddenly I thought, fuck it, let's install Grindr and just see what's out there. I looked for a good profile picture, and lo and behold, I've gotten a message only a few minutes after, I'm jealous of how goddamn easy it is for gay guys to have some short-term fun lol. So I messaged the guy back, went back and forth for a bit, and then he asked what I was into. I thought, let's be honest right out of the gate, and told him I never did anything with another guy. He was really understanding and kind about it. So after some messaging he asked me to come over, which I did. I was nervous as fuck, and while walking over there I suddenly remembered the TV series Dahmer, and wondered if I was gonna be robbed and killed since everything went so easy lol. I went to the guy's door and he welcomed me in. We talked about some casual stuff for a while, and after a bit he asked me if I wanted to get sucked off. I thought maybe it'll help calm down the nerves a bit, so went with it. I didn't feel too nervous anymore, and it felt alright. After some time I tried to set aside the nervousness and the roles reversed, ending with me slobbing his knob like corn on the cob. It wasn't too bad, but I felt a bit neutral about the whole ordeal. We both finished each other off and that was that. After that I suddenly got a bit nauseous, and thought it might have been the nerves, so had a glass of water. It seemed to help a bit, and the guy asked me to lie on his chest to calm me down further, but I could do nothing other than staring at the ceiling and thinking of what happened. So eventually, I told him if he was okay with me going home to let it all sink in a bit. Said my goodbyes, thanked him and went on my way. I just walked outside and still felt nauseous, but when walking back it dawned on me what I had done, and suddenly had to gag a few times. I started to feel really grossed out with myself, thinking about what happened. Probably the post-nut clarity doing its thing. When I got home, I immediately took a shower trying to wash the grossness off me, but it didn't really help. I went straight to bed after that, but felt almost sick. I had the urge I had to puke a couple of times, but luckily that didn't happen. So now I'm laying in bed, trying to come to terms with what I did, and thinking, well, at least I tried something new, and maybe it's just not for me. I still can't stop feeling gross with myself though and wish I just stayed at home the entire evening.